Just going, I was going to go to sleep, and then I decided to watch right before bed Freddy vs. Jason, which was actually pretty good, entertaining and whatnot, but I went into this thinking it'd be some epic showdown between Jason and Freddy, you know what I mean? And these two make sense more than most to have fight in the slasher world, because Freddy's a child killer, and Jason supposedly drowned when he was a kid, so one of his thing is that he doesn't kill kids, even when they're at Camp Crystal Lake, so it kind of makes sense, you know, for these two to, duke it out, or whatever, and I'm not going to go into the whole premise or even the human characters, because who gives a shit about that? You're just watching it because you want to watch these two duke it out, and that's what was going well at first, with them in the dream world and whatnot, with Freddy's dream world, the two of them fighting and everything like that. And I understand at that point that Freddy obviously was going to kick Jason's ass in the dream world. Makes sense. But when he was finally pulled into the real world, what the fuck happened? Okay, I go into this because I want to see both of them get good hits in, okay? I understand that it's going to be fairly even because you don't want, it to seem unfair, but it was totally unfair. It was totally in Freddy's favor. I'm sorry, okay, I know Jason's not the fastest or the smartest of the slashers, but he's not completely fucking incompetent, okay? I know most of the time he's going up just against teenagers, okay? But he is still faster and a little bit smarter than this. I mean, it's like, what the fuck happened? I was watching this okay, so obviously Freddy's gonna get some stuff and he's smarter and he's faster, I get that. But the thing is, right up close, Jason's trying to do these slow overhead, swings of the machete. It's just there's tons of clips in the Friday the 13th series where he did more than just stab people with a machete. He got super creative with some of his kills. There's no way that he would just be constantly just trying to swing or stab and that's all he would be trying to do. He gets, hit with a bunch of these metal pole things that go stick through his body. And then what does he do when he finally pulls them out? He doesn't go and then try to shove them into Freddy, who happens to be hanging upside down, waiting to be freaking murdered. No, instead he just decides to throw the metal poles away and just grab Freddy by the scruff of his neck and just rough him up a little. It's come on, buddy. Come on. You would have stabbed him repeatedly at this point. I understand there's going to be some good hits in. I understand they want to keep the tension up as to who's going to win, everything like that. But what? Okay, maybe I wouldn't have minded it so much if Jason at least was the one to finish Freddy at the end, because obviously, fuck spoilers. Everyone, this came out in 2003. If you haven't seen it by now, that's your own fault. So, Freddy gets decapitated at the end, and it's still left ambiguous as to who technically won at the end, because he winks at the camera and stuff like that, but who the fuck cares? But it isn't Jason that does it. It's the whatever main character girl for this particular movie that does it, and it's just, she's now you're in my world, bitch. It's I don't give a shit about the whatever human characters in the movies. I'm here to watch the slashers duke it out, okay? Jason shouldn't need help. He shouldn't need help. Oh my god, if they want to have Freddy be, having the upper hand for most of the fight, because they want to make it seem more tension-filled or whatnot, I get that, but this was Jason got a maybe good 2-3 moves in, and that was it? It's there wasn't even a chance. And they had to have the human characters come in, because otherwise Freddy wasn't even going to die. That's bullshit. You have to have the freaking main character girl cut his head off, and that's the way he dies. Not from all the shit that Jason's been trying to do. No, he only has to. The only way that Jason could get a hit in is if the main characters, try to distract Freddy and whatnot. That's the only way Jason can win. Utter bullshit. Bullshit. And it sucked because, the rest of the movie I was totally digging. I'm very forgiving on premises of this stuff, of horror movies, characters. I don't care. It's all entertaining for me. But this really annoyed me. It's just, it's just, no, it's just, make it more of a fair fight. Come on. It's like they're being intentionally favorable to Freddy just for the sake of the fact that he's the main antagonist of the movie and they don't want to have him die right away or something like that. And it's not like I'm saying that Freddy would die immediately up against Jason. I'm not that much of a, like, you know, I'm not like a Jason fangirl who's just like, oh, he'll never lose or anything like that. But I'm just saying that it's like, I came to watch a fight between these two, and I understand that they wanted to have them equally duking it out back and forth. That I get, but that wasn't. It was like, let's have the last half hour of this movie be, let's watch Jason Voorhees get fucking beat the shit out of, okay? Let's watch Jason Voorhees get the shit kicked out of him for the last half hour of this movie, and then, okay, well, Freddy then dies at the end though anyway, because the human characters help him out, and that's how he dies. That sounds top-notch for a premise. That sounds top-notch for a crossover slasher film where fans are coming to watch the slashers duke it out. They're not here to watch the human characters win. Nobody gives a fuck about them. Let's understand that, okay? Most of the time, when I go to a slasher film, I don't give a fuck about the human characters. I care about watching the slashers, alright? Okay, maybe one or two of the human characters I do care about, admittedly, and I do want to see them win. But most of the time, I don't give a shit about them. And I certainly did not give a shit about them in this movie. It's not like I hated them, but I was very indifferent. And they're just there to get the premise of the movie going, okay? They're just there to get the two slashers pissed off enough at each other to get them to fight. And that's all that should have happened. And just, the human character shouldn't have even been involved in the fight. By the time they started fighting, they should have been like, okay, let's get out of here, and that's it. And then you should have seen just the slashers duke it out, and that would have been the end of it. But no, let's have them help Jason every step of the way, because apparently he needs help. Because apparently he can't do it on his own. Freddy's just that powerful. Freddy's just that powerful that even if you pull him out of his dream world, it's just like, come on. Freddy was so freaking, oh, God, just... I also just don't like Freddy Krueger. I've watched the first Nightmare on Elm Street, and I'll probably watch some of the other sequels if I get around to it, but it's super low on my list because he's not one of my favorite slashers at all. I mean, he's funny. He certainly has nice quips and stuff like that, but nah. And I'm probably biased, again, because I like Jason more, but I still think he should... But at the same time, even though I like Jason more, it's like, watch the movie. Watch the movie and tell me how that was any way fair. It was all given to Freddy just because, again, they had to make him the antagonist and can't be that easily killed, otherwise this movie would be over a lot shorter. Again, I'm not saying Jason would have completely dominated everything. Obviously, Freddy would have gotten good shots in there. Again, just make it more equal. That's what I'm here to see. I'm here to see the two fight. I'm not here to see one get completely pummeled the entire time until the very end. I hate fights like that. I hate that. It's so stupid and contrived and annoying. It's just like, I'm here to see these two fight it out, get all bloody and stuff. And it definitely did get very bloody between the both of them. I will say that. But, it's tainting what is otherwise a really good movie. That's really my only complaint about this whole movie. I thought I was going to be annoyed by the Jason is scared of water thing, because that wasn't, at least... I didn't see, like, all of the Friday the 13th, but I saw the vast majority of them, and that never came up, Jason being afraid of water. So I was just like, what? But it was only in one part of the movie, so I was just like, you know what, I can't really complain about that, that's whatever, but... I don't know why this cheesed me off so much. It's just, I guess, because I get this so hyped and it's like, oh, this is an entertaining, good old slasher versus slasher. Let's still see them duke it out. And I got all pumped for that. Instead, I just watched Jason Voorhees get kicked into the dirt time and time again. And I'm just like, come on. He's one of the most popular slashers of all time. You tell me he couldn't even, put a dent into Freddy Krueger without help from some humans? Bull fucking shit. Bullshit. Alright, I'm done. I can't talk about this anymore. I'll be up all night. Bye.